I watch a film every other day, and today I watched the movie Beyond Forever on Sandra Okunzuwa TV on YouTube. You know, in the Sonia Uche TV film that I watched, Domestic War, I told you guys some of the channels I'm here to check out on YouTube. And when I mentioned Sandra Okunzuwa, the reactions are very mixed. Some people were like, I love Sandra, but her films, yikes. And some people were like, what? Sandra, I love her. So, as with everything, I go in with an open mind and to make up my own mind about what I'm about to watch, which is what I would also advise all of us to be doing. Even when I'm about to talk now, this is my own opinion. You can obviously have your own opinion. We can differ. It is fine. What I will say is that this introduction to Sandra Okunzuwa TV was not a good intro. Jesus Christ. If you see sleep in my eyes, because I started falling asleep like even 30 something minutes into this film. Let me tell you guys something. This film feels like a YouTube movie. And I say that because this is not one of those, oh, now YouTube movie, what you expect? Because I don't even want to hear that. Do you know the number of good things on YouTube? There are a couple that I've talked about on the page. YouTube is delivering. You guys know me. I watch YouTube, Prime, Netflix, Showmax. I go to the cinemas. I support Nollywood across media. And I will tell you that a platform is just a platform. There is good stuff on everyone. There is the ones that are not so good on every single platform and every single avenue. So all this, oh, is YouTube, what you expect? I don't even want to hear that because I've seen very good YouTube movies. Why I say this feels like it's made for YouTube specifically is that it almost feels like this film is made for ad generation. That some things you're just knowing that this film is this length because we want to have enough positions to be able to make more money by putting ads. Because tell me why some scenes are going on for 5 minutes, 6 minutes, and nothing is really happening. That is, it's one singular scene. It's like me sitting down here, and I just start doing this. Or I start acting like I'm crying. 6 minutes long for no real reason in this, just so that time will go. Or I come and start pacing, or I'm now suddenly on my phone and I'm like this. And then they are playing soundtrack and it's just going for 5 minutes because again you know that it's for ad revenue, so it's like it's made for YouTube ads. That's what I mean, not like, oh, it's just, and it almost feels like there's also no point to this film. This film is a very cliche, like there's nothing, you know, sometimes the films you can see the filmmakers print like thumbprint, like I'm making this film for this reason. With this one it just feels like another product in an assembly line, like this is the next thing we have to put out, make it put them out. So there is this film. The positives I can tell you is that I heard the sound clearly, I saw the picture clearly. You know, sometimes with films these days, if you can hear and see, it's a good thing because sometimes that one is a problem. So at least they did that one well on a technical level. But outside of that, this is a film that I will personally not recommend. If you want to check it out, make up your own mind. This is not a recommendation from me. Sandra Okunzuwa, this was not a good introduction to your YouTube channel. I don't want to say anymore without giving spoilers. So let's start talking about this with spoilers. Spoilers ahead. Let us go. Talking with spoilers, I want to also talk about, see, Daniel Etim-Effiong played the character of Kingsley. And when we first meet Kingsley, it's supposed to be this feeling that he's like a thug, like a street thug, or like a street thug leader, like he's the community protector of this land and he's well respected. He's like supposed to be like a, you know, thug leader in ways. And then it's like the film forgot that, or like not like he forgot because throughout this thing he's supposed to be from the streets, like he's a street boy. But a street boy is just not speaking pidgin. That is not all that classifies someone is from the streets, that you just speak pidgin. Because when I said that Daniel Etim-Effiong's streetness, the extent of it was just that he spoke pidgin predominantly. There was nothing about the performance that was really believably like, oh, this is a boy that is from the streets. This is a boy that is from the hood. And you know, to Daniel Etim-Effiong's, why would he even take this role? I guess why not? He's trying to like show that I can do different things. But you know what? Sometimes Daniel Etim-Effiong, you're a street dog. You are not. Let us all just know what we are and what we are not. You know, as an actor, yes, people want to show that I can do everything. I have range, but we execute different things to different degrees. And at the end of the day, then let him Effiong, a street dog, at least from nowhere I see you complain this beyond forever. Mm-mm. Because even from the hair, the wardrobe, you just can't type and then I call and say that street dog. Like, even like, you know, nothing I want to talk about is Sandra Okunzuwa. You know, she plays Adobe. But just as as Sandra herself, because she's obviously the executive producer, this is Sandra Okunzuwa TV. How is Sandra in this? She was sitting down across from that actor that was playing the one that was owed money. And that scene where he's like in her office and he's marjoring for her. I said, Sandra Okunzuwa, how are you actually sitting down here and watching this performance? And you're not saying cut, 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 cut. That man's acting was horrible, bad, terrible. And maybe he's not even an actor. Maybe he's just someone that just needs someone to come and play the role. So I can't even go too hard on him because if he's actually an actor, like a trained actor, he needs to go and get refund from that school or go back to that school because that acting performance was not good. But what was more of my like, was he was doing this acting in front of Sandra Okunzuwa, the person that this is Sandra Okunzuwa TV. I can't imagine this for my television channel and I'm watching this performance and I will not tell you cut, 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 cut. What are you doing? And that is just something that was earlier on even in the film. And it just informed what I went on to see more of in this film. That this film feels like it's just another product in the assembly line. Let's just put the film out. Let's just say, maybe we don't get the shots. Oh yeah, put and make we go on to the next. That's what this film feels like. And it feels like there wasn't a lot of like any like a lot of there is not a lot put into it. It is we will give it just enough for it to look and so that we can look at it, we can hear it. There's a thin story. We are going to repeat many things. Like when I tell you that Adobe, I don't know if that's her name. No, Adobe Tola. Tola's character, I believe that's her name, Tola. The yes. And her character just keep on going like, I want a man for banana or ikoyi, banana or ikoyi. She says that so many times in this film. The when they now get into the fact that Kingsley's father was, his allegations against him, that was started to be repeated, repeated, repeated. Like the film will just be repeating itself, repeating itself, repeating itself. It's almost like just talk them again, make them hear them. As long as we are adding to the runtime of the film, let us just have this film be 1 hour 41 minutes so that we can run ad on the film on YouTube. That is what this feels like to me, and I personally don't respect that. I respect when a filmmaker feels like the film you have made really comes from you, like you have something to say. I have a point of view. I have something I really want to say with this film. I really have a story that I'm burning to tell, and I feel like I need to tell this story. This one doesn't feel like that at all. It truly just feels like another film in the assembly line of Sandra Okunzuwa TV. I've not watched anything from this woman before. This is the first time I'm seeing her channel, but it just feels like that to me. And that was what I just didn't enjoy. Like 30 minutes into this film, I was already kind of like losing it. I already lost interest. I was already battling sleep, but I knew that I had to finish it because I'm going to talk about it. And by the end of the film, you just try and like throw in one storyline here, throw in one storyline here, something will happen, I guess. We'll kind of waste time, repeat ourselves. Then there is no point to this film. Like there is no this film, if you watch it, you don't watch it, nothing has changed. If you watch it safe, it's not as if you will remember it. As I've even finished watching it, I don't remember it. I've already forgotten the film. Because there's nothing here that I've taken from this film. I'm talking like this because I want people to know that like everything you're putting out, you don't really have to do. I don't. This is now beyond Sandra Okunzuwa. Anybody doing films or you, please, especially because I think with YouTube there's this thing that like sometimes it's like just quantity. Know that some of us really take, I don't know, like whatever you're putting out, know that some people are meeting you for the first time and is this a presentation you want to give them? Because to you it's just like another thing in the assembly line, another thing in the assembly line. Let's just be putting out, let's just be getting ad revenue, ad revenue. But if some people that like really came to you for a proper film, for a storyline, for a point of view, come and watch this film, are they going to leave saying that like, wow, this is the best representation of me or of my channel? You have to think of that when you're making this film so that you don't get into this like it's just another film, let's just throw it out so that the channel can keep going. Make sure this thing you're making, is it really of substance? Is this really the best that this thing can be? Is this really something that I really feel a compulsion to put out? And if it means making less things, making less films, or then making the ones that you make be great, then let's just do that. Because I won't lie to you, this really feels like another product in the assembly line, and for no other reason other than let us just put something on the channel, let us make ad revenue, and I guess here is the film, here is an Etim-Effiong, here is Sandra Okunzuwa. Oh yeah, we are here, put the film out, it looks okay, it's okay. Oh yeah, put that. That is what this film feels like. It doesn't even feel like it even took itself that seriously or like that. Oh. So why should I, the audience member, even take it like that? You know what I mean? I did not like this, as you can clearly tell. And yeah, that is my own thoughts about this film. You can go and watch it and make up your own mind. If you have different ones, I would like to hear them in the comments and what you genuinely just generally just think about this film. Let me know in the comments. Also, if you've watched this whole video and you have no idea who I am, my name is VDK. I make movie bingo cards, which you can find on my Substack, vdkfilmclub.substack.com, and I talk about films. Until the next film that I watch and the next video that I make, have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.